Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
President Biden delivers a strong message.
We must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel.
Amid the fighting, the U.S. rushing resources to the region as Americans are confirmed to be among the dead and among the missing.
Take a look at live pictures of the Gaza skyline. We have seen explosions and smoke throughout the day. It's midnight there right now, and we are tracking multiple new developments tonight. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. I'm Karen Drew, in for Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Damon Fernandez, in for Devin Skillian. Let's get you caught up. The White House says 20 or more Americans are unaccounted for in the region. Also today, Israel's military has been building up troops near Gaza ahead of a potential ground invasion. Now, the White House says Hamas had help from Iran in planning and carrying out the attack. Jay Gray is going to kick off our coverage tonight from Washington.
Good evening, and House members have gathered here on Capitol Hill. The Intelligence Committee meeting behind doors today for a briefing on the situation in Israel, though their primary mission right now is finding a new speaker.
With explosions rattling neighborhoods, the skies between Israel and Gaza filled with rockets, President Biden addresses the nation, leaving no question about where the U.S. stands in this war.
In this moment, we must be crystal clear. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel.
American warships and fighter jets right now moving into the region with more help on the way.
The effort and the focus is on making sure that Israel has the munitions, the weapons, the tools that they need to defend themselves and to go after these Hamas terrorists.
But funding and full-scale support can't come without congressional approval, and that won't happen until the House elects a new speaker.
But if we don't have a speaker, we can't put anything on the floor, and we're paralyzed.
The Republicans campaigning for the job, Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise, continue to meet with members, various GOP voting blocs, and state delegations looking to win support.
2 young women, 3 other young men. They were put on a pickup truck and driven away by Hamas.
The president confirming Americans are among more than 100 hostages being held in Gaza. With continuing threats, they'll be executed in retaliation for what Hamas militants described as attacks without warning on civilians in the Gaza Strip.
That threat first came yesterday, and to this point, there's no indication that it's been carried out. Now back to the race for Speaker. The full House expected to be gavelled in tomorrow for what could be the first in what many expect will be a series of votes. In Washington, Jay Gray, Local 4.
Our coverage of the war continues at 5:30. We spoke with a Metro Detroit native who's living just a couple of miles away from the fighting, what he says it is like on the ground, and what his mother, who's back here at home, has to say about the situation. Our other top story tonight, big news across the border in Canada when it comes to striking auto workers.
Yeah, but that comes as the UAW strike here in the U.S. hits day 26, and some experts are warning this could really drag on. Business editor Rod Maloney joins us now. And Rod, what are your sources telling you right now?
Well, they're telling me a lot. We've picked up a lot in the last few hours here, but General Motors and Unifor today came to a tentative agreement after less than a full day on the picket line. And in the meantime, here in Detroit, UAW talks are active and ongoing, but not in the traditional sense. There aren't banks of tables where everyone's camped out looking for a deal. A lot of it's being done these days by telephone. And in the meantime, there are a lot of questions surrounding General Motors' decision to include the battery plants in the national UAW contract. Just what will that end up looking like, and whether it will hold up the talks now.
We've seen the union's stand-up strike succeed in getting the domestic through to negotiate against others and even themselves all at once. The wage proposals now top 20%. Ford agreed to the pre-2007 cost of living adjustments and the right to strike over plant closures, and Stellantis followed suit. On Friday, General Motors buckled under UAW pressure to strike the highly profitable Arlington, Texas SUV plant, leaving UAW President Shawn Fain to say,
"Just that threat has provided a transformative win."
GM's battery plants will now fall under the national contract, but how that will work remains a mystery. Morningstar research auto analyst David Whiston tells Local 4,
it's going to raise the costs quite a bit, but I don't think any of the Detroit 3 management teams expected those plants to remain without UAW representation. It was just a matter of what would it cost.
Still working out exactly how that will work as a slog. GM needs to get its battery partner LG to sign on, and whether the line workers will get full UAW wage or something lesser is something that's likely causing this strike to drag on. Whiston says he wouldn't be surprised to see Arlington struck anyway.
That would have hurt very badly, and honestly, with the concession GM made, I'm going to be cynical and say that probably only bought them another week. I wouldn't be surprised if Arlington gets shut down this Friday.
Which could mean we're looking at a much longer strike. One of the things that's not talked about much is how much cash the companies are sitting on. Right now, Ford apparently has about $50 billion, GM about $44 billion, which means they might be able to withstand a longer strike, and this may end up a real test of wills as the weather turns chilly.
Yeah, you know, Rod, every few days we're starting to hear more and more about people being laid off. Where are we right now in terms of layoffs for this strike?
At about 6,000, roughly, and that's directly related to the car companies, but there's more to it, and we're going to take a closer look at that coming up on Local 4 News at 6.
All right, thanks.
In other news tonight, the Oakland County prosecutor says a 16-year-old is responsible for not one but two recent shootings in Pontiac. The first, a fatal shooting of Robert Lee, a man known to pose as teen girls online to catch predators. Now he's accused of a non-fatal shooting outside of a grocery store. Let's get to Will Jones. He's live this evening. Will, he has still yet to be charged in that fatal shooting.
And Karen, the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office is asking for patience. That is still being investigated. They also say it's too early to say whether those two shootings are connected. The 16-year-old being investigated in the killing of Robert Lee is now facing an assault with the intent to murder charge in connection to a separate shooting in Pontiac. The shooting happening on September 20th outside a grocery store at Martin Luther King Boulevard and Perry Street. Prosecutors say store surveillance video shows a fight between two young men, the 16-year-old getting out of a vehicle and shooting one of them. This all taking place at the same intersection where Lee was killed 9 days later at a Coney Island restaurant. And prosecutors say an 18-year-old man involved in the fight on September 20th was also present for the September 29th shooting. Lee was known to use social media to pose as an underage girl to catch sexual predators. This is from an interview last year.
Caught 35. He'll be number 35 that I caught.
Investigators say on September 29th, Lee confronted two males at a Coney Island and things turned violent. Lee accusing the 18-year-old of being a pedophile and punching him. They say the other individual, a 16-year-old, pulled out a gun and shot Lee several times. But investigators say there is no evidence that the confrontation was part of a planned meeting or a sting operation. The teen will be tried as an adult, but if convicted, the judge will have an option to sentence him as a juvenile, as an adult, or the judge could do a blended sentence between the two. We are live tonight. Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, thank you, Will.
Well, it's been one of downtown Detroit's most well-known meeting spots for decades, but few have actually seen it up and running.
Well, that is about to change. Take a live look at Hart Plaza and the Dodge Fountain. It's about to undergo a major restoration to get it back in working order. Victor Williams live in Hart Plaza for us tonight. Victor, the fountain is just part of this project.
Yeah, that's right, Karen and Damon. It's all a part of a bigger picture with Hart Plaza being remodeled all together. But there goes the fountain, the very iconic Dodge fountain right there behind me. And it's going to look totally different by the time the renovation is done.
When I was a kid, I remember passing by it, and I ain't going to never forget it since I was a little boy. Coming up being with my mother.
There have been so many memories made at Hart Plaza when it comes down to the iconic Dodge fountain.
The children playing in the fountain and playing around the fountain, it was so important to our citizens here in the city of Detroit.
Director of Detroit's Construction and Demolition Department, LaJuan Counts, shares that same sentiment. That's why she's happy to play a role in the renovations on the way.
I mean, it's an incredible thing. You know, this fountain has been a part of my childhood history, and so to be able to be a part of restoring it and bringing it back to its former glory, it means a lot to me.
The repair will actually kick off the city's renovation of Hart Plaza altogether, a multi-million-dollar job, all thanks to the American Rescue Plan Act. As for the fountain, it's going to take several months to finish the job. Director Counts calls it a win-win for Detroiters overall.
The fountain has always been iconic, and for them to bring it back to its former glory, couldn't be even more happy than I am today.
the fountain is a point where, you know, you can tell somebody, it doesn't matter, east, west, southwest, it doesn't matter what side of the city they're from. If you say, hey, meet me at the fountain in Hart Plaza, they know exactly where to go. So it's a big thing.
And you can expect the renovations to be done by spring of next year. So many people looking forward to that, including myself. Victor Williams, Local 4.
That is some good news to share. All right, we appreciate it. Thanks, Victor.
Well, now to the weather, and Karen, we're starting to see rain push through off and on all day on Exact Track 4D radar.
Yeah, now take a look outside from our Metro Airport sky cam. It's smooth sailing today at DTW with only a couple of delays. That's good news if you're headed out of town, but really a little gloomy out there, that's for sure.
That's for sure. Let's get over to Kim Adams and a look at what we can expect heading into tonight. Hey there, Kim.
Hey, it's one of those days when you're at the airport and you get to take off, and then once you reach a certain altitude, the sun comes out. It's like a different day. It's just great. But here on the surface, it is rainy, it's cool, and it's just that time of year. It's fall, and it certainly is feeling a lot like fall this week compared to the summer-like weather we had last week. Raining in Pontiac, also a little sprinkle action in Rochester Hills, Bloomfield Hills, and then we'll go over into Macomb County, where they're also getting some light rain in New Haven, Chesterfield. Not much going on in Mount Clemens, but there could be a couple sprinkles that aren't showing up on radar, and that's going to be the story for the rest of tonight. And also our cool temperatures. Right now it's only 47 in Pontiac, 48 in Howell. It's a little cooler than it was yesterday by about 4 or 5 degrees. And as we widen the view, we're not the only one that's dealing with the cold. It's cold up north, and it will continue to be cold with a few showers again moving through tonight. We'll talk about heavier rain for the weekend and an update on the temperature trend coming up.